have some sort of escape from the real life stress we face each day, whether it be from our jobs or school or whatever it might be. My two favorite things to do to relieve this stress is to play tennis and go snowboarding. Having grown up playing tennis, I know I love the sport inside and out. Even when I just first started, I loved being on the court, whether it was for a match or just to be there and have some fun. Now it's my go-to way to relieve stress and anxiety. From the moment I step out on the court, I feel like everything's been lifted off my shoulders. When I leave, I don't worry about anything until I know that I'll have to do it, so it really relieves stress throughout the entire day, not just when I'm there. Just last summer, I worked for the Williston Parks and Recreation District to teach kids ages 7 to 13 tennis. And the hours were a little early. I had to wake up at about 6:30 or 7 to get everything set up, make sure I had the right drills already, and to make sure that the kids would have a good time that day. But it didn't matter that I had to be there early because I love being out there and being able to pass on my knowledge and love for the game. So it doesn't matter what I'm doing, I love being out there. I'm not the only one who has a passion for tennis either. According to Statista.com, nearly 18 million people play tennis each year, which is kind of hard number to grasp compared to just having like 2 or 4 people out on each court every single time. But it's a huge sport, and that's just in the US alone. So from the technique I need to remember for every single shot to coaching kids, tennis has appealed to me in a way that no other sport has been able to yet. The other activity I like to do to relieve stress is to go snowboarding. So living in Williston, North Dakota doesn't make it very easy since the nearest city or big mountain is Red Lodge, which takes about a 6-hour drive to get there. And just a couple weeks ago I went with a couple friends, and even though we only went for about a day and a half or so, it was still really worth it to go. So when I have to go, I have to pack, and there's a lot of stuff you have to remember for gear to go snowboarding. So alongside my coat, snow pants, gloves, hat, face mask, and boots, I have to pack a snowboard that's about the size of me, along with anybody else that wants to go, snowboards or skis, which are about the size of them. So it's a lot of room that you have to make sure you have in any car that you take. None of it keeps me from going though, so in the past about 4 months I've gone skiing 3 or 4 times, and I've loved it every single time, whether it be for a week over Christmas or just a couple days, last couple weeks, it's worth it to go. When I was young, my parents started me out skiing, and most kids get started out skiing just because it's more of a basic sport and everyone kind of just remembers skiing better than snowboarding, and I guess that's kind of why I wanted to switch to be out of normal a little bit, and I really liked how snowboarders looked and stuff, so I thought it would be a lot more fun, and I haven't regretted it since. And because most parents start their kids skiing instead of snowboarding, it's no wonder that over 2 million people more ski than snowboard in the US each year. So, and that's according to a 2015 article by Hayden Burr. So snowboarding is one of my favorite sports and activities to do to escape stress, and I always go whenever I have time to go, which is kind of hard to find, but it's definitely worth it. So overall, tennis and snowboarding are my 2 favorite activities to do, and I hope that you try them out sometime.